Check 1 2 going live. Let me give y'all a second to come through. Yiddick. Let you guys see the splash page as well. So for the people who come in late and then they watch the replay, because it's actually pretty dope. Y'all looking at all my other apps I got open here. So y'all come through. I'll be answering any questions you got if I know. I don't know everything about Beatmaker 3, so yeah. Yeah. Disclaimer, I don't know everything about Beatmaker, so I won't be able to answer every question. But I will be able to answer a lot of questions. So who's up in here? Let me know who you are. I'll give you a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where you're from. What's good? What's goody? What's goody good? Give me a second. Let me check my Wi-Fi connect. Let me check my Wi-Fi connection, baby. Okay, I had to check my Wi-Fi connection real quick. Wi-Fi connect is good. All right. Live. 1 minute and 45. All right, so I'm almost 2 minutes in. Let me go ahead and get started, I guess. If you got any questions so far, hit me up. Let me make sure my chat is turned on. Cool. And feel free to hit the super chat button. You dig what I'm saying. All right, it's brother in the building. We here with Beatmaker 3. It is not out yet. This is probably you guys' first glance to be able to see this mob. And so I'm happy to be able to bring it to you and let you see it and all of that good stuff. So this is what the splash page looks like. You've probably seen it before if you follow them on Twitter or Instagram or whatever. So that's the you dig with that. And so this is the way that it loads up. And so you have your old sessions. I'm gonna just open a new session. So this is what it looks like. Just like the older Beatmaker, you have the pads. And I didn't prepare this, so I'm like kind of going as I go. It's just kind of like an overview, first look type of thing. So yeah. In the bottom right hand corner, I don't know if you guys can see this. Maybe I can lift up my iPad. There's an iCloud button. So there's a way to throw samples up and pull samples down from your iCloud, as well as share. There's a share button. So let me see if I can lay this down evenly. Very good, very good. All right, cool. So yeah, you can share from iCloud, and then also in your sample section, you can pull things down from Dropbox, which is really dope. Let me see if I can get there. It's got so many functions. Let me just do kind of like an overview. Okay, so first of all, here's your like main menu to toggle in between your mixer and your sequencer section, and then your sample section. Once you load a sample in here, let me just highlight one. Where's my samples? Well, I don't need to highlight one yet. And basically, this borrows from a lot of different DAWs. There's elements from Ableton in here. There's elements from Machine in here. Elements from MPC, IMPC. There's elements from all different types of DAWs and other apps and they've just basically condensed everything down to one place. You have your macro settings for your MIDI controllers, where you can do all of your different soundscaping, audio sculpting. You can create your own drum kits here. You can import things from Dropbox, export things to Dropbox, and it's just amazing. The biggest thing that I liked about it firsthand was the fact that I was able to. Okay, I have the first joint, and I'm gonna do I have actually a series that I'm doing on Beatmaker 3 that will show you guys how to hook up your MIDI equipment and all those different things. So just kind of stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and click on the notifications button. All right. So yeah, one of the biggest things that I loved was that I was able to go into Dropbox and unzip a Dropbox zip folder. And so being that this joint is in beta testing, I may have to redo that for you guys so that you could see it for yourself, because it doesn't come with samples. Okay, here's my samples. All right, so here's my sample list, and so let me show you something that's really cool. Evil piano loop. Okay, so I have my Evil piano loop on autoplay. So what I'm going to do, I can select this as a favorite and put a star by it. Then I'll take this sample and then I'll just drag it over here. Blam. Oh my God, what just happened? So now I have my sample in my edit window. And from here, I mean, the possibilities are limitless. You can change this from a one shot to a loop. You can chop it up across the pads. You can add filters to it, more bass, less bass, sustain, release, hold, attack, all those different things. You can actually create a new instrument from this sample if you would like. You can, there's a lot of different audio sculpting things that you can do. You can actually audition the sample across the keys. And the polyphony, I know that sounds really wild, right? Let me hit stop real quick. The polyphony is set here. So let me take that down to 1. So I don't have like 15 different samples playing. Same sample. And so I can do that in a pitch bent type way, and I can also do it in a way that it doesn't affect the timing and the pitch. And so all of your parameters here, which I'm just kind of like doing an overview. And again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. You dig. All of your parameters here. If you're familiar with sound design, you know what these parameters are from, fine tuning, panning, saturation, envelopes and filters. You're familiar with those things, but if you're not, you might want to take some time to get to know that. All right, so let's go to layering effects. You can add 4 effects to each pad, and that's not the only way that you can add effects. This is just one way. There's several ways to add effects. So you can treat each pad like a sample or like a track, each pad. Now mind you, there's several different banks that you can put onto one pad, and then you can also set the pad in 64 pads mode. So when you go to your pad section, if you have something like an Ableton controller or a 64 pad controller, bada bing, bada bib, you can put a sample on each one of these pads and rock it like that. And that's one of those things that you Ableton guys can like really get with. Okay. So yeah, each pad has its own function, and you can select the key that you want each pad to be on. You can give each pad different scenes. You can mute different pads and solo and all those different things and blase skippity woo woo. While you're playing, there's real-time voluming and note repeat. So if I hold 8 triplet, I can, or 16 triplets. Hold on a second, 16 triplets. And 30 seconds. So that's an option. Any questions yet? If you guys want me to do something, I could try it out. So this is just a piano. I can also set the volume for the pad. The default volume would be here. Okay. So let me go back. Okay. So I have pad 1. The evil piano is there. I can put modulators on this one pad. Each pad and each key is totally I'm trying to think of a big word. No big words on this. You can basically edit each pad to make it do whatever you want it to do as a track. So think if you have a DAW and you have audio on a track and you want to throw reverb on that track, bada bing. You want to throw some delay on the track, bada bing. You can put 4, 5, whatever, however many effects that you want on one particular pad or sample or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? So boom. For my technical guys who like to make your own kits and sample packs and sound design, you got your mapping here, so you can do make your own maps. And of course, you guys who use other apps like I love to do, you can always bring in your other audio units and your other apps to use in conjunction with Beatmaker 3. I actually loaded up this by accident. I didn't want to load that up, unload that. Let me load something else though. So you can use Beatmaker 3 as a master or slave, and then you can also use it to sample or to, as a master, play these other apps. So anything from Beatmaker 2 to iMachine to your keyboards to your emulators and all those different things, they can be loaded as a VST inside of Beatmaker 3 and then totally mapped out, totally modulated and effects put onto them and resampled and replayed and made into a different drum kit, chopped up, uploaded, downloaded directly to SoundCloud. Pull it. You can. The possibilities are pretty much limitless when it comes to one sample on one pad. Okay, so basically the overview with the sampling is just off the chain. You can see here with the mapping and everything, just this one pad itself has a plethora of things. You can edit the BPM, put in a time signature, and man, it's off the chain. Okay, AVO Critical, what up? 2K17. Yeah, man, this is actually iPad with Beatmaker 3 is dropping on Saturday. So thanks for tuning in. Please throw a thumbs up on the video and hit me with a super chat. You can do anything. Yeah, they blew the lid off of it, man. So nobody's touching Beatmaker 3 right now. There's a lot of different apps out there. But as far as like Sketchpad stuff, you got to get really good at this app to do things quickly. But for the most part, if you can't, the apps that you aren't able to do things quickly, you just go to plugin real quick, bada bing. I'm going to load up iMachine because I'm good at iMachine. Bada bing, iMachine loads up, which it's not loading up as fast as I want it to right now. Boom. And then I pop open the keys. I can either play iMachine or I can, don't embarrass me in front of company. I can go to iMachine and then resample, replay, or do whatever I got to do. Okay, iMachine crashed on me right now. So I'm going to just reload. So you can use the apps that you're familiar with inside of Beatmaker 3 if they are compatible with being used as a VST or inter-app, if they have inter-app audio. It also supports effects from other apps, and so I don't have any other app effects. I really don't use those, but you can load other apps and effects, or you can load the effects that are inside of Beatmaker. You can do a plethora of different things. So that's basically a little bit on, the sampling. The polyphony is crazy. So like I have it on 1 now, but I can put this on just mad voices. I think it's 64. So if I really wanted to play 64 different voices at one time, which this is going to sound raggedy. I could totally play 64 different voices all at one time. All right, so bada bing, bada bip. The level of creativity that you have on this particular app is unlimited. I mean, from sculpting the MIDI, you can tell this pad what MIDI signal you want it to trigger. You can trigger your hardware gear from this thing. So if you have, I don't know, an MPC, or if you have a keyboard that has MIDI capability from, like, I don't know, the 80s, because some of you guys are like really synthy techie heads. You can control your hardware gear from this as well. You can of course sample into it. It does support MIDI devices, MIDI 1, 2, and the newer MIDI devices. So everything's been tested, bro. You can slice it up. It's got an auto slice. You can slice with your finger and chop things up, put them across the pads or whatever. For me, I think that my big thing is just having even slices. And so usually when I sample, I will sample on even slices. So things are nice and evenly chopped. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like 16 pads rather than 64. I'm an MPC type of guy, of course you guys know. And I'm an AKAI guy, so 16 pads is kind of like the signature. Octave up, octave down. You can change the colors of each individual pad. You can change the colors of each individual set. You can add banks to different tracks. As you can see here, I'm adding several different banks all the way up to H on this one particular set of pads and this one track. So, if you're MIDI compliant in your brain, you understand what this means. And so, yeah, this is pretty much just an overview. So once I go to, give me a second, my track view, you can see where I set up all of my banks and everything here. And you can place scenes here. And so here's a picture where you guys that use iMachine, and the machine software, where you can set up scenes with your MIDI information if you don't like looking at audio and you're just a MIDI person. And once you start recording and editing, you can basically drop your samples into this section and begin sequencing. The sequence is real smooth, intuitive. I mean, it's dope. It's off the chain. The mixer, of course, is a lot more integrated than Beatmaker 2. There's a lot more functions, and of course, it's a little more colorful too. The grayscale kind of threw me off when I first saw it, but now that I see the colors, there's a nice contrast there in between the pads and the actual groups or banks that you have the sounds on. And so each group can have its own voluming, and then also just like Beatmaker 1 and 2, you can also go into the functions of each pad, and you can set the volume and the panning and the effects and the choke groups and linking and the notes and all of those things. So depending on the sample that you have in there, you can go and totally edit that as well. So yeah, nice little overview, just a quick overview of Beatmaker 3. Of course, they still have the Beatmaker store, and you can purchase things from the store. You can go into your Dropbox and pull samples down and unzip them directly from your Dropbox inside the app. So if you have Dropbox on your iPad or iPhone already, you can totally take samples from one app to the next, or from your computer into your Beatmaker 3. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chatting with me. I will be doing more. Yeah, Hassan, Beatmaker 3 comes out on Saturday, and it's gonna have a preliminary price of $20. It's $19.99, but that's only gonna be for a certain amount of time. So if you're gonna get it, I would say go ahead and get it on Saturday, or within at least, I guess, the first few days or week or so. And yeah, it won't be that $19.99 for long. Okay, Pico, are you using the AKAI PK Mini? No, not at this time, but it is compatible. I will be doing videos with the AKAI PK Mini and Beatmaker 3. So make sure if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Speaking of the AKAI PK Mini, you can use the pads on the Mini, or you can go to keys mode, and then you have all of your macro knobs here that you can tweak to the AKAI PK Mini knobs. And so you can set your macros from 1 through 16. I mean, it's got sustain. Everything is in here, bro. Everything is in here. From changing your octave to zooming in on your keys, zooming out, and all of those things. So yeah, you can record. You could set up a condenser mic, record vocals into this thing, and make the beat and mix it down and master it right here inside of this app. The mastering capabilities, I am not too familiar with, and I've never mastered a song on Beatmaker. Although with some of the newer functions and things that they've added, I'm pretty sure it's doable, especially with the compression that's standard in their effects. Did I make this app? No, I didn't make the app, but I kind of know the guys that made the app, and I'm grateful that they made me a beta tester so that I can bring you guys this firsthand. Yeah, there's a couple other apps that are out there that are probably like $60 or something like that. So get it the first week if you're gonna get it, because of the fact that it's gonna go up. I don't know what they're gonna go up to. They might go up $200. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me, an app like this easily worth a couple $100 because of the fact that you make a beat, you can upload it directly to your whatever. You can upload it directly to your SoundCloud from here. You know what I'm saying? Hit your guys up with a link from your iPad or your phone. Sell the beat right there. Bam. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope, man. And it basically takes the studio from the studio and puts it into a cab, into an Uber. You driving along with your little microphone and you can record, whatever. Just sounds of the city that you live in to put on the beat, or whatever. So yeah. I don't know what the price is gonna jump up to. So yeah. Yeah, FL Studio and Logic are dope. This particular app takes elements from FL Studio and Logic. So like if you look in the sequencer section, you can also treat this as a step recorder or editor, just like FL Studio. You can treat it like a step recorder, just like the piano roll in any DAW. And so you can drop audio or MIDI into here and edit notes individually, as well as truncate audio, if you understand that type of jargon. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna get up out of here. I've been talking for almost 30 minutes. Get your questions in if you got them, and then I'll catch you guys on the next one. Any more questions? Shout out to Pico. I think that's how you say it. Pikko. The last question that was asked. Okay, guys. That has been the quick overview of Beatmaker 3. There's a lot more to go over, dude. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is nothing, bro, that I just went over. But it is a quick little peek. And then when I start delving into it, you guys are going to be like, oh, snap. But yeah, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Click the notification button. Holla at your boy. It's Brawler at you with a Beatmaker 3 overview look Q&A. First hand. First one to show it to you. And I'm out.